Hey, what's up, guys? Joe here, and it's only natural that after a sneak peek that folks are going to have a positive or negative reaction to certain things like balancing changes. Starting out with the P.E.K.K.A today, we're going to take a look at the P.E.K.K.A, and what was mentioned in the sneak peek is that the newer version is going to attack faster, but the DPS is going to remain the same. If you tuned into my previous sneak peek video, I did a side-by-side old and new version of the P.E.K.K.A attacking. And a lot of folks were saying that the P.E.K.K.A was attacking, a lot harder on the older version opposed to the newer version. So some of my clanmates wanted me to go back and use the developer build, simulate an attack, and see if there was, a whole lot of changes. So I picked this replay from a couple of wars ago that I actually did. This is the HP.B.B, which is the healer, P.E.K.K.A, bowler, and baby dragon. Concept is pretty easy. You just use the 3 or 4 P.E.K.K.A to take out the guts of the base and use the bowlers to follow them up and take out the air defenses. I didn't exactly do it the very best of this first go around, but the second try I actually got it right. I did get a 3-star in this attack. The concept is to use the baby dragons on the trash ring on the outsides of the base in order to keep the P.E.K.K.A on the inside. So this is from the current version of the game. And what I'm going to do is actually go back and emulate an attack in the developer build and do the same exact base, same exact attack, and see if the P.E.K.K.As are doing the same exact thing. That way we can try to erase some of the concerns that you guys might have come when the update actually does go live, and show that you can still do the same attacks. As this replay continues to roll on, I'm using those baby dragons on the outsides of the base, like I said before, taking out the trash ring as the P.E.K.K.A go through the core of the base and gut it, basically, because their HP is pretty high and their damage per second is really high, and they just total destruction. That's what the P.E.K.K.A is. She is a destroying machine, and she just goes through and just takes out, one-shotting everything. But we're going to go back and see what the newer version is going to do. As this one wraps up, I'm down to 1 P.E.K.K.A, but I have plenty of baby dragons to finish up the backside of the attack, plus my archer queen does survive through the barrage of attacks on that northwestern portion of the base. As the last couple of baby dragons go down, we got this last archer tower, and then we're at 100%. So this is an attack from the current build, like I said before, and now we're going to transition into the developer build. Same exact attack that I did before. I'm attacking it the same exact way. Baby dragons, setting up the funnel. That way my P.E.K.K.A go directly into the base and not try to circle around. You got to get a pretty wide funnel on this attack. There's just no way around that. You have to use the baby dragons for what they're best at, and that is taking out structures when they're enraged. And their best placement is on the outsides of the base so far. So same as before, 3 P.E.K.K.As down, 3 healers behind them. And it almost looks exactly the same attack all over again. I don't really see a whole lot of changes in the P.E.K.K.A. Following up, and we'll go back and re-look this in a moment. As the P.E.K.K.A get into the base, they crack through walls. The base here has max level 10 walls for Town Hall 9, so that is the only difference. Same exact clan castle troops, same exact base, and I tried to get the traps lined up exactly the same as the other replay for you guys. So we got the bowlers in, we got the P.E.K.K.As in, the barbarian kings cracking into this next compartment, as the P.E.K.K.A are still going after that northern compartment, but they're going to follow that barbarian king and get down into this compartment where the town hall is out, and they will do the same exact pathing that they did before, chasing after that archer queen, taking out the expo. The only problem here is that we actually do miss this southern wizard tower, and it almost bites me in the rear end at the end. But anyways, we got the baby dragons up in the northeast, and we have them down in the southwest, cleaning up structures on the outsides of the base as they continue to sweep in a northern fashion. The archer queen here does not survive this time around. She does take out the air defense, and the royal cloak ability is popped, but the barbarian king does get down in there and take her out. But those P.E.K.K.A are still at it over in the west, but they have a couple of baby dragons to assist them, so it ends up being a large cluster of troops here. The P.E.K.K.A, a couple of bowlers that do survive, some baby dragon, and the barbarian king is holding on by a sliver of health as they get into the main compartment and they start to maneuver into that final compartment. We're going to go ahead and get a couple of baby dragons down to work on those structures in the northeast. They got the Tesla there working on that baby dragon, and then a single minion working on that elixir storage However, it needs a little assistance because that's a whole lot of hit points to take out by one minion. But anyways, Archer Tower falls, and then we're cut up. And now we're going to be playing the racing game to get back down to the bottom of this base and get rid of this wizard tower, which the baby dragons do have the speed to do, and they get down there and do take it out as one was being chased by a seeking air mine. So the wizard tower goes down, and I don't really see a whole lot of difference in the P.E.K.K.A, but we're going to get a real close-up, side-by-side, old and new version at the beginning of the raid, and you can tell me what you think. Old on the left, new on the right, and they're hitting exactly the same way. So I don't really see a whole lot of changes here from the P.E.K.K.A, and I don't see any reason to be concerned about this balancing change when it does go live. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and continue to emulate attacks with the troops that have had some balancing changes on it. The balloons, we're going to get those in the air and see what they look like. Get some dragons on Town Hall 8 and maybe some Town Hall 9, see what those also look like as well. And that way you guys can have a little bit of a better feeling before the update actually does go live. That way you kind of have eyes on, whether you need to make a lot of changes to your attack plans. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Happy holidays, guys, and thanks for watching.